course, the main point of this course is landing a job, right? If you're on LinkedIn, you're not on it just to make connections. You're usually also on it to land a job. And just like when it comes to networking, it can seem so simple. You go on LinkedIn, find a job, apply, and move forward. But it becomes incredibly overwhelming. And that's usually because there isn't much of a thought process behind it. Some people go in, they just go apply to anything they see, and they run into a wall. So we got to think, how can we avoid this overwhelmingness and actually apply to proper jobs on LinkedIn? The first bullet point, I'm going to spend a little bit more time than the others because I personally feel the most connected to it. And I'm going to say that LinkedIn job posts are key. And what I mean by job posts, I'm not talking about going to the job section and applying for jobs from the company websites. I'm talking finding jobs from recruiters and hiring managers on LinkedIn. All the time, every day, people are posting on there saying, we're hiring an analyst for this, we are hiring a manager for that. Real people on LinkedIn posting every single day. Now, are there a ton? No. I mean, there's only so many people that do it because of so many people that usually message them or comment and this and that. But that's why everything we talked about earlier, the cold messaging, the commenting, that's what pays off in this section. When literally a recruiter is basically making a post saying, "Hey, I'm hiring. Who wants to apply?" That's your chance. That is your chance to talk to them, comment, message them. That's your chance. So I really think when you're job hunting, don't rely on only just applying to company websites or just posts you see, not posts, sorry, like job listings on LinkedIn. Spend some time going to search bar using keywords such as, a very common one I do is hiring remote analysts or hiring remote data. You're gonna have to do some digging because everyone around the world is posting it. So if you're someone like me in the United States, if I look at, for example, 11 p.m. at night, I'm gonna see a lot of international stuff. If I look at more noon my time, I'm gonna find a lot of stuff that's within my time zones or my country. So really make sure to utilize that space bar. Use the keywords that you're looking for. If you're trying to find a job that's very SQL heavy or Tableau heavy, use those keywords. Scroll a little bit. You'll definitely find, at least if you're looking for more remote jobs, I'd say at least 10 to 15 a day that would fit in your range. And that's your chance to use your cold messaging and commenting tactics with those posts. Another thing to point out is I have a free job board that I literally go on every single day. I go on LinkedIn, find these jobs, and I put it on basically a Tableau dashboard. I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to take a look at it. I highly recommend it. I add around 100, 150 a week. I recommend you take a look because I really feel that these LinkedIn job posts are very valuable. I know plenty of people have used the job board and have gotten jobs from it. So really take the time to take a look at it. It's free. You can take a look and have access to it down below. The next bullet point is commenting and content creation can help get your name out there. Now, we already talked about commenting. Content creation will be on the next video. But just with job hunting, if we're thinking outside the box, right? How can we stand out from the crowd? Because I know, for example, at my company, just the other week, we had a senior analyst role open up, had 1,800 people apply in the last, I think it's 3 days. 1,800 people. Now, not all 1,800 qualified, but that's just showing you how many people are applying for jobs. So we got to think, how can we stand out from the crowd and not just submit a plain old resume and expect something to happen? Content creation, commenting, cold messaging, all those things are great on how you can stand out from the crowd because that's basically we're going to need nowadays. It's not so easy to get a job as it was back in 2020 or 2021. A resume, well, there's plenty of people get jobs for cold applying. Like I got my last 2 jobs from doing that too. But think, how can I stand out from the crowd and not blend in with everyone else? Activity and a solid profile allows you to create better connections. Once again, everything we kind of talked about before is leading into this, right? Everything we talked about in the networking, the messaging, having a good profile, they all lead into this. That's why when we're job hunting, we don't want to be doing things like fixing up our profile or trying to do more commenting. We want to be already doing those things. So then when we actually find an opportunity, everything's taken care of. We don't have to keep doing more. So having those are very important. And then LinkedIn Jobs, in my opinion, is one of the most flexible boards out there. I know a lot of people will have split opinions on, oh, there's a lot of this, a lot of sponsored posts, a lot of spam. There's that everywhere. Everywhere there's there. But what's great about LinkedIn is it's a one-stop platform. What's great is that you could find the job, apply for it, and then find someone to message within the company in the same platform. Besides, if you go on something like Indeed or ZipRecruiter or all those remote job websites and stuff like that, it's a lot of work. You have to go back to LinkedIn and find somebody. And who even knows if those other job boards are even that accurate? Maybe those are jobs that are 2 or 3 weeks old and maybe those jobs aren't even open anymore. So LinkedIn jobs is amazing because you do a lot of filtering. You can find jobs that were just posted. You can do easy apply. You can look for jobs that have less than 10 applicants. There's a ton of stuff you could do with it. So I really would recommend you take that time to go through LinkedIn jobs because there's so much more you can do with it. And I really believe if you're all on one platform, that's really all you need. You don't need to go to other places. LinkedIn is meant to be a place to find jobs and network. So if you can find a job on there, and plus is too, what's good is that what they changed now is before, if you would click on, it would say 100 people have applied, but originally that would just mean 100 people clicked on the word apply. Now LinkedIn has changed it where it says X amount of people have clicked the apply button. And another part I know in the previous video, I talked about how LinkedIn Premium, the pros and cons. Another one I want to throw in there is with LinkedIn Premium, you get to see exactly how many people applied. Because you might find a job that says, oh, over 100 people applied. That's what it says for every single job that goes over 100, no matter what. But if you have LinkedIn Premium, you could actually see. And you might be like, oh, only 110 people applied. Well, that's a lot different. Or you might be like, oh, the job looks good. It says over 100 people. And you look and it says 2,000. Well, I might not do that, right? Gives you a little bit of a heads up. So LinkedIn Jobs, though, is pretty transparent. You might have to look through a little. There's some sponsored stuff in there, but that's on every single job board out there. But LinkedIn Jobs is by far the best platform to use for that. So like I said, everything we were working on before when it came to networking and the messaging has all led up to this point. Job hunting is more than just applying online with a resume and getting by. Using everything we talked about, utilizing LinkedIn to its fullest potential can actually help you so much in the job hunt and separate you from the crowd. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun talking about this one, and I look forward to seeing you over on the next one.